I have a message for us from the Lord today. The Lord says, stop trying to eat from every plate that is set in front of you. Last week, the Lord told me the same thing. I was in a place where I was feeling really confused, and like my mind felt really bogged down with like a lot of different thoughts, and I was trying to decipher between what was God's voice and what was it exactly that he wanted me to do versus all of these other things that I was hearing. The problem was that a lot of the things that I was hearing were truth. They were words from God. They were from the Bible. However, what God had me come to realize and what he reminded me again of this morning was just because it's there does not mean that it's for you to eat. It's not always, it may be that I have not given you the appetite for that. It may be that what they're serving is not something that's even in your diet to have right now. It may be that what they're serving is not something that you're ready to chew. It may be that what you already been given to eat, what's already in your mouth, hasn't even been chewed. Or even if it's been chewed, it hasn't been digested. You still need to digest what I fed you. It may be that I'm feeding you and you're out trying to eat on your own. And he gave me the example of my little grandson. You know, if we were all of the adults are trying to feed him versus his mother feeding him what she knows that he's capable of eating, he could easily choke on what he's eating. Or we could feed him something that his little body is not ready or able to digest yet. And the Lord said the same thing with us. Stop being greedy. Stop trying to eat from every single plate that's set before you. And I was scrolling. What happened was I was scrolling through Facebook and I'm reading message after message after message and post after post. And, and then I listened to something on YouTube, and God had already fed me what he wanted me to digest for that day. He had already taken me to his word. He had already sent someone to confirm that word. And then that's what I was supposed to be eating and chewing on. However, I started to read all of these other things, and I started to take in all of these other messages that had nothing to do with what God had fed me. And it started to confuse the message that he was trying to present to me. It started to confuse what he had fed me already. And so then when I caught myself feeling all confused and out of sorts, I'm like, Lord, what's going on? He said, I didn't tell you to eat that. Just because it's good, just because it's word, does not mean that that's what in your diet for today. And he reminded me again this morning, and he took me to Numbers with the Israelites, and their diet that he had given them to eat was manna. However, they were greedy, and they started to complain because they started to remember the food that they'd had in Egypt, and they desired meat. They wanted meat. Their greediness was for meat. And so the Lord had already miraculously provided them with a diet. However, they were discontent with that diet. And so the Lord said, okay, I got you. I'll give you meat. I'll give you meat. And matter of fact, I'll give you so much meat until it comes out of your nose, And when they ate the meat, and when those who ate the meat and were greedy for the meat, they ended up dying. Because that was not the diet that the Lord desired for them. And the Lord showed, as I kept reading, the Lord said, I'm trying to prepare you, although you may be on manna now, I'm trying to prepare you for your land of milk and honey diet. I'm trying to prepare you for the place that I'm taking you to. I'm trying to prepare your diet and your body. You don't take a baby from drinking milk to immediately eating a steak. Their body has to be prepared. So you start with baby food, and then you start with bland adult foods, or bland foods that we would eat, and you increase it until they're able to digest some of those other things. And the Lord said, by you trying to eat everything that is placed in front of you, not only will you choke. Right now I have you on this diet, but if you continue to try to eat things that are not designed for you at this time, you're going to choke on them. And if you continue to try to chew or digest more than what you've been accustomed or acquired to, you're going to choke. Allow me to increase your ability to add to your diet, to add what I want to add to your diet, not what you think is necessary or think is good for your diet. It may be good and it may be good for them. However, for you at this time, that's not what I desire. I'm trying to prepare you, your mind, your body, to receive the more that I have for you. I'm trying to prepare you for your land of milk and honey diet. Because you can't go from this immediately to that. There's preparation involved. So allow the Lord to prepare you. Don't be greedy. Don't be out here reading and trying to digest and receiving every single prophetic word that's available. That's not all for you. This video may not be for you. And if it's not, don't eat it. And so ask the Lord. Ask the Lord what he wants you consuming at this time, both physically and spiritually. What he has for you is for you, and it will feed you, and it will nourish you in the way that he desires it to. I love y'all. Be blessed.